We are back at it again. Hello, all you great world. This is the Manicast, broadcasting live right now from the great Cameron, North Carolina, surrounded by farmland and golf courses. I am your host, and the Balian Plasma Drake himself, Mani, and this is the Manicast. Oh boy, today is going to be a fun one. The first podcast I did was a little experiment to see what I could do and how it would stick, and I'm thankful that we had a lot of support with the last one. I'm thankful for all the feedback that I've gotten from it, all the support I've gotten for it. It's pretty good. Certainly shut up my YouTube analytics. Anyway, so what's going to be on the topic for today? Well, goddamn. I'm going to be responding to two very particular videos. As some of you who follow me on Twitter, at @MannyGirlyDurgan, know, I love NASCAR. It's kind of an odd sport for me to like, considering that, well, it's just Pete cars going around in circles, maybe? No, it's not like that, but I love NASCAR. I loved it since I was a little kid. And I found these very, very interesting videos that I really want to talk about, because they're just so backwards in thinking. It's like the whole, the moon's a hologram! Oh my god! Stuff like that, and it's not really like that, but we're gonna get into some fun stuff today. Also, I should address something real quick right now. So, some of you reported the whole glitch sound effect. I watched the original Manicast back again, and I saw the whole thing with the glitch sound effect. Let me explain what kind of format I'm using for recording this. The format I'm using is a format called Beautiful Audio Editor, and you can Google it yourself. It's mainly used for Google Chrome, and with the computer I have right now, this is a school computer right now that I am using. It is the best one I have right now, because the other computer I have is a HP Mini, which is a little laptop Hewlett Packard made. They only made like one run of it, and they cut it because it sucked. And that's what I have. I've had it since 6th grade, so it's a 6-year-old laptop. It's probably still around, and it can still actually operate. So I've been getting on those Free Sketch Friday streams. And the glitch sound effect resonated a lot when I recorded the audio through the Beautiful Audio Editor. So I'm going to alleviate that today. I'm using a different way of broadcasting my voice, this wireless, lovely, lovely microphone. I love your microphone. You are a beauty to Durgans all across the globe. Wait, did I say Durgans? Shit, they're on to me. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break. I need some water real quick. I need something to drink, and I just need something to keep me going, to just calm me down throughout this broadcast. Stay where you are. Don't go anywhere. I'll loom over you. I see what you're doing. Don't click off the tab. This is the Manicast, which is sponsored by me, Nicholas fucking K. And we are back. Got myself some root beer and a nice drink. Whew, which I feel energized, which is interesting because I didn't have coffee, and I need my coffee in the morning. I'm not the same tracking without my coffee in the morning. I don't get that energy to like say, I'm gonna be a big Durgan today. Anyway, let's get into my topic today. Just write some conspiracy theories, right? Some of them can be kind of ridiculous, some of them can be kind of interesting. My basic stance on conspiracy theories is this. It's that they can be somewhat interesting, some of them can be interesting and make you rethink some stuff, like Tupac Shakur still being alive. That one is kind of interesting. And I have actually thought about it a while, and it's pretty unique. There's pretty unique case to the story, and it can actually be a plausible case of him being still alive. Kurt Cobain being murdered by his wife. I've heard that one. I'm not too sure about that one, but it's somewhat interesting. But then there are some that are just like bafflingly stupid, like the moon's a hologram, the Earth is flat. What else is new? Georgia, the government dumped snow on Georgia. They're trying to control your mind with fake snow. It's pure evil. Sorry for getting like Alex Jones right there. But then there are some that are just ridiculous. And the two that I mentioned, they deal with NASCAR. And if you follow me, I'm a big fan of NASCAR. Like, I'm on my desk right now. I have a Dale Jr. license plate right there. I'm gonna miss you this season, Jr. I'm gonna miss you, man. I'm one of your biggest fans. Quite literally. I'm gonna stop screaming to the microphone now. This deals with Dale Earnhardt Sr. Now, who is Dale Earnhardt Sr.? Dale Earnhardt Sr. was one of the less well-known NASCAR drivers in history. He won a total of 76 Winston Cup races, including the 1998 Daytona 500, which took him 20 years to get to win. He won, like I said, 7 titles. He's best known as the Intimidator. He was very well known, even outside the racing world. His recognizable mustache, his signature. However, in 2001, on February 18, 2001, at the age of 49, he died at the Daytona 500. Let me explain what happened to those who may not watch racing. You can find the video on YouTube. I'll post a link down in the description. He was in third protecting first and second mission because first was Michael Waltrip, one of his drivers, and second was his son, also one of his drivers, Dale Earnhardt Jr. He was in third trying to keep that position going. From what I actually learned later on, it was actually going to be a plan. The plan was to get all of the DEI cars, Dale Earnhardt Inc. cars, Jr., Waltrip, and the one car, Steve Park, all in the top 3, with Earnhardt Sr. in 4th, which didn't eventually work out because Park wrecked on lap, I can't remember what lap it was, but wasn't involved in an 18-car wreck, and this happened to Senior. So going into turn 3 and 4, on the final lap, he's in on the bottom. Sterling Marlin taps the left side of him. He turns to the left a little bit, then he corrects, but then it sends him head on into the wall at around 190 miles an hour. From what the official report says, he died instantly of basilar skull fracture. And this was kind of a common thing around NASCAR at the time because there were several drivers who died from the same injury in a similar wrecks. You had Adam Petty at New Hampshire National Speedway. His throttle stuck, and he was going 200 miles an hour, hit the wall head on. Kenny Irwin, I think that was 98. He hit the wall, his throttle stuck as well. He flipped. He got hurt instantly. He died instantly, excuse me. Tony Roper in the Truck Series, he had a very, very bad wreck, and it was very similar to Earnhardt's wreck. However, if you compare, the thing about Earnhardt's wreck was that it didn't look that bad. So people thought, oh, he's going to get out fine. However, because the other car that was all in the wreck, Ken Schrader, because when he wrecked in the wall, he collected a 36 car, Ken Schrader. When Schrader got, people thought, oh, Senior's going to be fine. He wasn't, and he died. And it resulted in a lot of NASCAR safe improvements. They got rid of concrete wall replacement, the safer barriers, and they made the Hans device, which helps protect the neck. Because pretty much what they say is that he just had a broken neck instantly, and it was very, very bad. It was terrible, really. So this video, I can't believe I found this. I found this because of the YouTuber I follow called Kamikaze Games. Great guy, subscribe to him. I'm actually going to be in a series of his driving the '98 Chevrolet, sponsored by Cheerwine, Bojangles, Western Carolina, and Amazon. I might add. I'm gonna listen to my dream, Mama. Well, it's my dream. This focuses on Dale Earnhardt. Let me tell you the video quick. Dale Earnhardt's fake death, NASCAR's satanic connections, and 9/11. 9/11. Oh my goodness. Where to start? Where to fucking start? Okay, how? I mean, how? What am I supposed to say to this? Well, let's get into this. I'm already expecting the worst. I mean, look at this. It has a little warning on this video. I'm gonna read it to you. Quote. Pause. I forgot to say what follows. Looking back, I remember how the death of Dale Earnhardt stopped the world for a second, or at least it seemed. For that day and the days after, it was the only thing that most people talked about, and making matters more interesting, many people would purchase Dale Earnhardt stickers, the red, white, and black three, and put them in the windows of their homes and vehicles. That summer, the Dale Earnhardt lawn chair was the hottest item in town. To me, it was all really strange, because Dale Earnhardt was known for driving cars in circles at the speed of 200 miles an hour. In other words, what was the big deal? Where was the surprise? In my time, I had never seen as much national recognition for someone who had died. No one. No leader, politician alike, athlete. Think about that. Do you remember much to say? I would love to hear your feedback. With that said, I hope you enjoyed the rest of this video. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? Oh my goodness. So, I can't believe... This guy really is... This guy probably sounds arrogant. What's the big deal? What's the big deal that somebody that... The racing world's pretty big. I remember when Ayrton Senna, he was a Formula 1 driver, died. Dale Earnhardt won... There was a NASCAR race on the same night at Talladega. When Dale Sr. won the race, he actually said, "My prayers are with Ayrton Senna, his family, and his fans." So... The racing world is pretty worldwide. Anyway, and Dale Earnhardt was well known outside of racing too. His signature was well known. He was known as the driver of the three. So it's very, I don't want to say almost arrogant for him to just say, what's the big deal? Someone died that people liked. You know, if his son Dale Jr. somehow passed away, let's say for the sake of argument, I would be down, man. I've been cheering Dale Jr. my whole life. That would be very hard for me to go through because I cheered him on my whole life. Anyway, let's get into this video before I slowly begin to die of cancer.
Just to start, notice how NASCAR was established in the year 47. This is the same year the first basketball championship. It's the same year the NHL and MLB set their symbol. Recall in the NFL, the first Super Bowl was in the 47th season. All the sports are hooked up with the same numerology, Truth Seeker.
Okay, well, we're already off to a great start. Everything is rigged. God damn. As a sports fan, I've watched sports all my life. If you look at my room, I have a Steeler fathead. I have a Boston Red Sox poster in my room. I have a Welcome to Fenway Park sign in my room. I have two terrible towels in my room. I have how many right now? A Pittsburgh Penguins puck. How in the hell are some of these things scripted? Now, I'm not going to deny that it's possible sports have been scripted. There has been cases where basketball has been scripted. Some may even argue that NASCAR has scripted some races. I'm not denying the possibility. But this whole idea of they're all connected by numerology. God damn it, man. Why did I choose to do the Manicast this? Good God. You know, this should be a recurring thing, alright? It's going to be Manny responds to stupid shit. Listen, every viewer, listen. If you find something that's just freaking stupid, like backwards freaking stupid, let me know through any way of communication, because I want to talk about it. This should be a regular thing for this podcast. Let's continue.
Notice that it's the M&M car 36. and Dale Earnhardt's in 3. Supposedly he died in this wreck right here. What's interesting about 36 is that the NASCAR season is 36 races. The first race is the Daytona 500, which happened yesterday. It's the same race Dale Earnhardt died in 2001, the first race of the season. What's interesting about 36, if you follow my blog, you already know this. If you add up every single number up to 36, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, dot, 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 up to 36, it sums to 666. The infamous number 666.
So now I guess I have irrevocable proof that the France family is Satan, NASCAR is Satan, and what you're really watching on the racetrack is not a race of cars going in a circle or making left turns for the next hour. No, you're watching a satanic ritual. Oh, yes. Let's get this going. Give me the green flag. Start the race! Seriously, like, what the hell? So, I'm gonna explain to you what he means by this. So I guess the numbers are connected. All these numbers somehow add up, and they mean something. No, they fucking don't. I'm gonna explain. He gets into more of how he figures some of this stuff out later on, and I'm gonna talk about it then. But, god damn.
TV does not do that justice. That is an incredible impact. Head on, throws you forward in the car.
Notice right away how the announcer's playing up the crash, saying the TV doesn't do it justice, it's worse than it looked. For anybody who's watched NASCAR, I am not a fan of NASCAR. You should know that. I've hardly watched any NASCAR in my life.
Wait a second. Can we play that again? I think I need to hear that again. Did I just hear what I think he just said? Play it.
For anybody who's watched NASCAR, I am not a fan of NASCAR. You should know that. I've hardly watched any NASCAR in my life.
No offense, but that statement, ruins everything you're about to say. Carry on, please.
Wreck highlights, because they always put those on TV. I mean, NASCAR's had much worse wrecks. And even at the time, when I found out that he died after the fact, I thought, that's really strange. Was he not wearing his seatbelt or what? Because that kind of wreck happens in NASCAR all the time.
Okay, this is the thing that really kind of happened when it really surprised people when it came to Dale Earnhardt's death. The crash itself did not look that bad, especially if you compare it to some of his other wrecks. But if you look at the video, and if you there's a big wreck you should find. It's from 1994, and I believe our next person we're talking about talks about this. The crash looks a lot less severe on the driver's side, but if you look at the crash, the one that killed him, he's going straight into the wall, and all the force that's putting him, all the momentum, is sending him directly into the wall. It's still pushing him to the wall. If you look at the Talladega wreck from 1994, that he had, I think he had a broken collarbone from that. It's on the driver's side, and it's a lot more direct. But the problem there is that more force is carrying him up the racetrack, so in the end, it didn't kill him. Now, here's the thing with this death, alright? I'm quoting here from Wikipedia. This is from a report that rejected NASCAR. I forget trying to find the guy's name, His last name is Meyer, On April 10th, 2001, Myers published his report rejecting NASCAR explanation, finding that Earnhardt's death was the result of his inadequately restrained head and neck snapping forward, independent of the broken seatbelt, rendering the question of improper installation moot. So in the end, the idea that that wreck happened all the time, I'm surprised he died. You also have to remember that there were 3 other guys that died. Earnhardt was the 4th. The first was Tony Roper. He was in a truck race at Texas, and what happened was he was trying to go in the middle between two groups of cars inside of him. And he got cut, and he went right into the corner of the racetrack. It killed him instantly. The other was Kenny Irwin Jr. driving the 42 car for Felix Sabati's Sabco Racing. His throttle stuck. He hit the wall head on and flipped. This was at New Hampshire. At that same racetrack in 2000, Adam Petty, grandson of the King Richard Petty, his throttle stuck in turn 3. He hit the wall head on. He died. And a little bit after this race, Blaze Alexander in the ARCA series crashed while racing with Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s son, Kerry Earnhardt. And that one actually looked kind of bad due to Kerry on his upside down and just of course really how it wrecked in general. And after that wreck, NASCAR was like, okay, you all have to wear the Hans device, the head and neck restraint. Well, that's what it is. If you ever watch a guy get out of his car nowadays, you'll see this big thing on their neck. It's what keeps their necks restrained, I think. So let's get back into this. Let's get into the crux of really what his argument is based on.
So he died at the age of 49 on February 18th, which is the 49th day of the year. So he died at 49 on the 49th day. Making matters more interesting, his father, the first professional NASCAR driver in the family, began his NASCAR career in the year 49. Making matters more interesting, his birthday is February 23rd, 223. 223, the flip of 322, the number for Synagogue of Satan. And what did we just reveal about NASCAR and the 666 with the 36 races? None of this stuff is by accident, Truth Seeker. This is how it's done in all of professional sports. People are picked by their birthdays, their names. If not that, then they switch up their identities to meet these numbers that are sacred to these people. So Dale Earnhardt, he dies at 49 on the 49th day with his father becoming a professional racer in the year 49. But it's better than that. His name, Gematria, is extremely curious.
Aha! There it is. So, what exactly is he talking about, you guys may be asking? What he's talking about is something called Gematria. Okay, let me give an idea of what Gematria is. So, Gematria is pretty much taking everything that your number adds up, your name, adds up to. So, my sonar name starts with an M. M in the regular Gematria simple one is 13. A is 1. And you just keep adding them all up until you get to the end of your name, and then you calculate how much it equals. So, what he's going to tell you is stuff like, this equals what? Really, it's stupid. It's some of the stupidest stuff I've probably ever heard, because what does it matter what your name adds up to? How does it mean at all? And just to show how stupid this is, I've taken the liberties of using Gematrix.org, Gematrix.org, and I am currently going through and taking a look at some of my friends that I know so well, and I'm putting them in the Gematria calculator. Let's start with myself, shall we? So, here's something funny I found in the Jewish Gematria, I equal furry. Well, I guess I knew that of me, huh? What else? Let's go to the simple one, which people will understand more. I equal the name Mani and Firenze equals the Golden Gate Bridge, Prince Harry, Tiger Woods, Wall Street. But I explain why the Dow's going up because of Big Durgans. Aaron Rodgers, Tony Romo, African Americans. What? Alien microchip. Well, they got the alien part right. The microchip part, The Bohemian Grove. Damn it. They must know I go to Bohemian Grove every freaking fucking year, I shake hands with George W. Bush, and I watch mock human sacrifices in an owl statue. And it's an actual thing. What else? Oh my goodness. Google Pac-Man game? Gitmo? Now, just to see how this is, let's go to my friend Don Daz, a great friend in Canada. For the Jewish Gematria, one thing that equals is South Park. He does like South Park. And the simple Gematria, he equals Joe Biden. Joe Biden, the Beatles. What else? Tiamat. Vehicle. My God. Orbit. I guess that means when Dawn gets multiversal, as we will be orbiting around him. I don't know. My last one, I'm going to go with my friend Ziggy Castrell. Follow him. He does a YouTube channel too. I like his stuff. For his Gematria, he equals Harry Potter, the name of Christ. Armed and Dangerous, Reptilian Blood, the Holy Koran, Carmelo Anthony, Peyton Hillis, the Phoenix Suns, the Jonas Brothers. Anything else? Reptilian Aliens. So you know that whole conspiracy theory that Obama's a reptilian man? He is behind it. Ziggy is behind it. Go follow him at Shadow the Fury, I think it is. I'll put it in the description. Anything else that it would be interesting to reveal to you all? He's King Tut's wife. Not really surprising. But you get the idea here. You should get the idea here that it's completely asinine to say, oh, their name, it adds up to something. Oh my God, it means this. We'll let him have it. Just explain to us, Zachary Hubbard, how Earnhardt is connected to 9/11.
Earnhardt is a name with 44 gematria. The kill gematria. The word kill sums to 44, just like the name Earnhardt. Making matters more interesting, the name he goes by, Dale Earnhardt, sums to 111. And now recall, this happened February 18th, 2001. Almost 7 months before September 11th. New York also equals 111. And where the main event was in New York was at the Twin Towers, which happens to have the gematria of 49. It was the 49th governor, Nelson Rockefeller, who approved the Twin Tower project. So maybe you're going, so what?
I'm actually having severe doubts on your mental capacity right now, sir. As you see, stuff like this is the reason I pretend to be a Durgan on the internet. A dragon, a goat monster. The fuck other forms I have? But anyway, it's the reason I did this, just to say that, just to escape stuff like this, because I realize that humanity is full of stupid people.
The people who are running this world run the sports leagues. They run the news. They run the movies. They run the music. And they sync it all up with their numbers.
So it seems you're one of those people that believes in a new world order, On things like this, I remember, this is not really a topic, but Art Bell had to go on Larry King. He was the founder of Coast to Coast AM, and he was the original host of Coast to Coast AM. And Coast to Coast AM talked about the paranormal, aliens, Men in Black, a lot of paranormal stuff. And Larry King asked him, do you believe in alien abductions? And I always quote this on stuff like this. I believe it's possible. Is it possible that there could be a New World Order? Maybe so. I haven't seen any concrete evidence of that. So, how can you say that there is a New World Order or there are people running it? Unless you're counting George Soros, but come on. You can't just say that there's a New World Order and not give me evidence that there is a New World Order. Hey guys, it's Manny letting you know that this is part 1 of the Manicast 2. I had some issues with the software I have. Just bear with me with this. It's not going to really help. I tried uploading the whole thing, put it into an MP3, would not let me because of how huge it is, so I had to split it in 2. Part 2 will be coming out on YouTube, but right now I'm getting part 1 out there. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. You know the whole deal. I'll see you next time.